all these memories of how it happened and who was there and the funny things that happened and the crazy things that happened and how passionate every one of us. I mean, it wasn't, we weren't running around saying, oh, this is one. We were working so hard. It was so deeply, emotionally passionate to want to make sure that not another person wondered where they were going to get their next meal from.
We both have the vivid memory of Marianne sitting on the floor and the other Marianne sitting on the sofa, having this conversation about hunger and poverty in the community. But she was really, really jazzed by the conversation. And she said, here's my name and my number, and call me. If this ever gets off the ground, I really want to be a part of it.
Devin comes in his big boots and his jeans, which are covered in mud, and his arms, which are covered in mud up to here, and sticks his hand out and says, I'm Devin Bulger, and we're like, go wash your hands.
But we must have sat there at Greenwich Pizza for hours, several hours, just talking about what this could be, like how this could happen, what would we do, how would we get it off the ground, and and that was the beginning of this process.
It was such a reaction to the pantry that was in Greenwich, and the need for a real food pantry to exist, and for some reason that just grabbed me as an urgent thing to do. You would come into the town hall, then you made the appointment, somebody would meet you there, and then would take you upstairs to a very limited supply of food.
Dry foods.
Pasta sauce, cereals.
The soup cabinet.
The soup cabinet, where you had a drawer of tomato and a drawer of mushroom.
A chicken noodle.
Chicken noodle. For me, at least, the need seemed that much bigger.
Rural farmers, people that live out in the country, are proud people. And I think there was probably a stigma when it was up in the second floor of the town office building, right?
You had to go into town hall and make an appointment.
Right, and I think in addition to, providing food for these folks, I think another huge contribution was that you brought people in need together, and it was okay. It was cool to come, and it was okay to come and accept food and be a part of this community.
Why rural hunger? Why what we do is so different from urban things?
I had grown up in Casa Luna in a very low income family. We had gone without heat, we had lived without water, the food was always questionable. Would we have food? Which was it going to be? Electric, heat, food, I don't know. And those were some really awful years. And I always felt like there was nobody to turn to. We're in Casa Luna, there's nobody. And you're invisible, and you're proud, and you don't want anybody to know.
What bothers me most is, as fire chief, I go into these houses and I know these people have nothing. There's a lot of poverty. And I said, I would be willing to give the half of the firehouse to you guys for a pantry. And they took me up on it.
A significant moment was when we had our first pantry hour in Casa Luna.
It really changed the community. You come pulling in the fire truck, you're an authority figure, and they're going to give you a hard time, whether it be a medical call, fire call, or whatever. As the pantry starts, they all start going to the pantry. So next thing you know, hi chief, how you doing? Matter of fact, why don't you come see us, and we need smoke detectors. Do you think you could put smoke detectors in? But it just became such a good bond to this day. We don't need police to go in there. They respect us. They know that we're neighbors.
It's probably right now a third the size in terms of families.
Probably.
Of the Greenwich Pantry. But it is equal in happiness and people knowing that it's there, knowing they have a place to go.
When people come through the door, it's just a welcoming atmosphere. We value generosity. Above all, we respect everyone. We want to bring a sense of dignity to people who are coming to get food from us.
Especially this day and age, it's really important for us to invest in community because we all need one another.
I think when you build community, you have a much healthier environment all the way around for the people who are volunteers, for the workers, and for the people who participate.
There's a lot of people that are struggling with food insecurity right now.
Getting food to people, dealing with food insecurity, being a much more creative part of the food system.
You know, we care about kind of just making our food system better, whether it's, getting rid of waste on farms or in big box stores.
What we do is bring food in at no cost. So that would be overages from the retail stores. Gleaning, where we actually go onto a farm and dig in the dirt or harvest kale, harvest blueberries. And then there's also farm donations. We brought in 160,000 pounds of donated food in 2023.
And also supporting local farmers. You know, we have access to so much here in Washington County, and I think it's really great to utilize that. And as a result, our food pantry has better produce than you can even find in the grocery store.
Spectacularly wonderful produce that's produced right here in our own county, and we can put that out on the table just like one would do in a farmer's market.
It's so important to offer different ways for people to access food. You know, we're in rural Washington County, not everybody has access to a vehicle. So to be able to, do mobile food pantries, to be able to do our free food runs at senior homes, farm to library, there's so many different things that we're doing to help bring food to people that, might not be able to access it any other way.
Numerous different independent living facilities, and we also share food with other pantries throughout the county, nearby counties.
It's creative programming with creative people.
Having people who are here to answer questions, offer resources.
I run a food as medicine program at the farmers market in Saratoga and Glens Falls in the summer. It's a produce prescription program that we do in partnership with CDPHP.
Culinary workshops and nutrition workshops, and help teach people how to make the most of their food.
The Food and Farm Hub really allows us to do these programs that stretch beyond the traditional food pantry model of food access.
Bringing food in, sorting, sifting, packing, and then the logistics of getting it out the door. Every week I have people telling me how fast the food goes. They have people sometimes lined out the door, that it's a very necessary and appreciated program. I know that it makes a large impact on a lot of people.
This program touches so many different people.
Food is everything. Food is what we need to live.
I just really love food and how it brings people together.
CFC inspires me because it's an organization that is full of people, staff, board members, volunteers that really seem to care about their communities.
And people work really, really hard to make this a strong community food center.
There's so many barriers out there that make it really difficult for people to access the services that they need. And I love that CFC just offers these programs.
Comfort food community.
Comfort food community.
Comfort food community.
CFC.
10 years of
food recovery,
food access,
food as medicine, community health,
nutrition education,
resource navigation,
just making our food system better, supporting local farmers.
Allowing these people to come and get what they needed and to do so with dignity.
Providing food for people who don't have it.
10 years at the table.